2 minutes, everybody, 2 minutes. Thirty seconds. And here we go. Let's turn this down. Ever so slowly. Name of that song is the Crawfish Bowl. Yeah. Man, let me tell you, I heard some disturbing things today. You know, and one thing about it is, you know, with the weather turning, let's get out there and ride. Ride while you can, brothers and sisters. Ride while you can. I don't know where we're headed. I really don't. But what I was just talking about, one of the disturbing things I heard today was that the Communist Party in Russia is no longer in charge of the nukes. No. Who's in charge of the nukes now are Putin's generals. That's who's in charge. And they have discretion of when and how to use them. And just maybe, if they see they're losing, they will turn to tactical nukes. I'm just saying that's a possibility if things start going south for them. So, yeah. What am I supposed to stop listening to Geezer about? This didn't come from him. Nah. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. Something I heard today, I thought that was interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what's happening. So what I'm saying in the title of this show is Energy Independence Now. You know, I do believe that I love the truckers. I love them. But I do believe they're carrying the wrong message to that snake pit called Washington, D.C. I really do. I mean, the mandates, the mask mandates and all that stuff seems to be going, at least in the red states, to the wayside. And even in some blue states. Now, of course, if you go to a local hospital here, they're still going to have you put on a mask. If you go to your doctor's office, they're still going to have you put on a mask because they believe that their license are in jeopardy if they do anything to the contrary. So yeah, they're still prevalent. And then again, there's a lot of people when you go around that are still wearing them. And I do believe minorities are towing the line of the left. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. So yeah. And I want to show you something here, you know. I mean, this is, everybody was talking about the pain that we have to endure. And I want to show you something. And this, let me get this up into the cube and switch it. These are gas prices as of today in La Jolla, California. That's as of today. And I got one other here to show you. Nope, that's not it. I got one other here to show you. And this was a photo I took yesterday in Arlington, Texas. And that's what our prices were as of yesterday afternoon. So yeah. And so the pain is coming, everybody. The pain is coming. Don't you know it's the price of democracy is what we're told. That's what we're told. It's going to be the price of democracy. And they're using that as an excuse. That's what they tell us. Are you going to buy it? The thing about that. But that's not the only thing on the rise when you look at the commodities market. Wheat is up like 50%. Corn is up. And soybeans is up. The price of groceries are up. And it's all going to get worse because of this administration. That's what's going to happen. Now, we have Democrats out there that are yelling now. They're yelling to stop buying Russian oil. That's what they're yelling. And they're getting media coverage for saying that, but they're not talking about making us the number one thing, and it's common sense, is making us energy independent. Where we're not buying any oil or any gas, any of those products from the despots of the world. I'm talking Russia, I'm talking Iran, who the Biden administration, the potato heads administration, is desperately trying to get a deal done. And yes, they're using their communist counterparts to try and get it done. To get it done in a hurry so they can start pumping oil. In other words, we're going to be enriching the despots of the world, including the ones in the Mideast who are refusing to help out. Biden's been begging them for months about increasing their output, and they've been refusing to do so. Why? Because they're getting filthy rich off of it. Now, I told you the other day that I would do some research into the Permian Basin here in Texas, where there's the largest oil and gas supplies in the world. In the frickin' world. And the Permian Basin runs from New Mexico all the way into Texas, past Lubbock, and south from there. But what I've learned is most of the Permian Basin, with the exception of New Mexico, is not federal lands. Is not. Now, New Mexico, the New Mexico part of the Permian Basin, is under severe restrictions by the Biden administration, along with Alaska. And I don't really know about Louisiana yet, but I'm going to look at them. So I don't believe it's Texas that's being affected by all these restrictions. So there we go. I mean, we have the Biden administration out there trying to make deals with the devil, or devils, plural, while he's killing us here at home, economically and every other way. That's what's happening. With the truckers out on the road, and I hope they change their agenda, their message that they're putting out there, from mandates to other measures. And I would rather see that the truckers rally about oil independence. I would rather see it about inflation. I would rather see it about the damage that these politicians are doing to us and our country. The damage they're doing to the Constitution. The damage they're doing to our society as a whole by pitting us all against one another. Just maybe some of this will bring us together. Just maybe, when everybody starts getting it. Because everybody is going to be suffering, especially the poor, especially the middle class, especially retirees. The list runs on and on. And right now they're talking about people, I read it today, that people that are making $100,000 a year on a higher economic scale that are living from week to week because of what they own or is more expensive. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. And I'll tell you what I'm considering here in a minute, but you know what? Let's say hi to some people. There's Mater's Workshop, John Arnott, Yippin' Yahoo. You guys, how are you doing? Ghost Eagle, Martin Nicholson. Yeah, you guys, welcome. Welcome. And I'm glad you're here. But now let me talk about what I'm talking about. I'm thinking maybe we need to do a Energy Independence Now rally. Or maybe it starts off small. We've had small rallies before. But then again, maybe it would turn into something. I'm going to give this Congress and Senate about 10 days to force Joe Biden into what he should be doing. You know what? And if they can't get the job done, then the people have to rise up. Have to rise up. Maybe I'll start it here in the DFW area. Maybe, just maybe, if this doesn't work out for the truckers, the motorcyclists do a ride across America and demand energy independence, demand a free economy, demand a good economy. We've seen it. We've had it before. Why can't we have it again just because Democrats are in office and they want to try and change us into something we're not? We're not going to get rid of oil anytime soon. we're not going to get rid of all our reciprocating engines anytime soon. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, I love my motorcycle, that loud son of a gun that sucks gas. Yeah, Harleys don't get great gas mileage, and they're loud. Let me tell you, I love them. I love them. I love my cars. I love the diesel engine on my motorhome. And now I'm kind of restricted to where I can go in that. Maybe take it out to a local lake or something. Maybe a drive to Canton, which is about 80 miles. It'll cost me a couple $100 as of right now. But you know, we're not getting away from that anytime soon. If they were to start making all electric vehicles right now, they still wouldn't get it done within the next 10 years. They just wouldn't. They just fucking wouldn't. And windmills aren't the frickin' answer. Are they out of their minds? And they say they're making the energy grid here safe in Texas. You know, hey, look, we had that Stormageddon. And the windmills and solar panels didn't do us any good. They didn't save us. They didn't maintain the gas-powered plants or the coal-powered plants. They weren't ready for a winter storm, and let me tell you, I don't believe they still are. We haven't had a big test yet. We haven't had, and they're still putting them damn windmills up. I don't trust anything Greg Abbott is saying, not a damn thing. But we're going to be stuck with him because now we have the lesser of two evils again. That's where we're at. We keep doing this crap. We keep doing it, and we better be vetting these people that are going to be running for office, and we better be vetting them and making sure they're on the straight and narrow, because if they're not, one and done, everybody. The first time they screw up, we vote them out. Vote them out. The first time they don't pay any attention to us, vote them out. Don't keep re-electing them. Don't keep re-electing them. And Mayor's Workshop, you're right, maybe 30 years to transfer everything into all electric. And let me tell you, Elon Musk, who's out there pushing all this stuff, and yeah, I think the Tesla is probably a good car. But you know what? I'm not going to buy anything that I can't jump in it and drive from California to, no, I don't want to go to New York, to, say, South Carolina. I'm not going to buy anything that I can't do that in, where I'm having to stop someplace and recharge. And I do believe that the hybrids are the right road. Hybrids have been around forever. Trains are basically hybrids. So they've been around a long time, and they seem that the Toyota Prius, they're still selling the hell out of them. So I mean, but I'm for all forms of energy. I am, but you know what? We cannot destroy our country trying to transfer into a new Green Deal that's just a bunch of crap. And they think these high gas prices and stuff are that they're giggling. They think this is a good thing. They didn't realize it makes the price of everything go up. Oh, let me switch back to Elon Musk again. His trucks, his electric trucks, yeah. They haven't gotten them off the ground yet. All these companies that are lining up, that have orders for these electric trucks, that think they're going to save all this money, they're still waiting. And they don't seem to be able to get it going for some reason. Maybe it might be the fact they won't go very far. They won't get the job done. I'm just saying, everybody. Just saying. You know what? I read on that quite a bit, and I haven't seen anything on them in months. Months. Maybe he'll go out there and say something here. I don't know. We're more worried right now about getting the hell off the planet and going to Mars. And there's no proof any of that will work in a timely fashion to save us all within, what was it, AOC said? Let me see, she said 12 years. Yeah, we got 12 years and we can kiss our ass goodbye. Yeah, 12 years, the Earth's going to end, the Earth's going to burn up. Yeah, that's all BS, everybody. But now we're down to about, what, 8 or 9 years from that time she said that. So I promised you, the Earth, it's unless we start nuking each other, the Earth is going to be here long after we're gone. And when the Earth does burn up, like 500 million years from now, there ain't nobody alive today that has to worry about it. Nobody. That's what I'm saying, everybody. We're destroying ourselves and our country over a bunch of BS. And you know what? I don't care if Facebook doesn't like that. I don't care if YouTube doesn't like that. It's the damn truth. And if you can't handle the truth, just give us another fucking strike. That's what I'm saying. And I'm sorry about my language, and we are podcasting on my on the Mel Moss page. Yeah, we are podcasting on that. I'm sorry about that. We have a lot of Christians on this channel, and I'm sorry about that. But you know what? How do I emphasize this? How do I emphasize this without just going off the deep end? I am a biker, a 5-year Navy man, so hey, look, I can bring it. I can curse with the best of them, even though I try not to. I try not to. Yeah. Well, Yip and Yahoo, some of them aren't that bad. Having to sit for 10 hours to recharge. If you get, with the, from what I understand with the Tesla, they charge their car up enough to get to the next charger or to your destination. That's what it does. I don't think it ever fully charges. It's the way I read it. And so, yeah. So, Jen Psaki, yeah. What a piece of work she is. She is a certified liar, and she is a good liar. She is. She really is. Now, she said when she was asked about buying Russian oil and to stop continuing to buy Russian oil, she said, well, that's not in our strategic plans. Well, just what the hell is? So their strategic plan is to destroy our economy and hurt poor people in the middle class. So that's their strategic plan. Yeah. I don't like their plan. And I think we have something to say about it. We don't have to sit on our tushes and just let this happen to us. We don't. And we should stand up and speak up in every way we can, including this podcast. And, if you like it and share it, just maybe we'll have some people stand with us. We'll certainly work at it. And, I said today, when I brought up the idea of a rally and Independence independent energy now, independent, energy independence, yeah, that's what I said, energy independence now, I get 100 likes on that deal, and I'll start planning. I'll start putting something together. And just maybe at some point we do something larger that gets the message across. We don't have to go to D.C. We can go someplace else. I mean, why go to that snake pit? Why go to that snake pit? Say thousands of us go someplace else and, I don't know, shut down a highway. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. But everything this administration has done, the Potato Heads administration, everything they have done has been too little and too late. Everything. And I don't believe they can fix this. I don't believe they can fix Ukraine. I don't believe they'll even try. I think sometimes they are in cahoots with people, with the despots of the world. We already know they've accepted payments from these people. We know that politicians have enriched themselves in various different ways from all these countries. We know this has gone on. And if we ever get the right people in there, we'll get to the bottom of it all. And that's what I'm saying to Republicans now. What I'm saying to them is you better get to the damn bottom of it. You had better. Because we are tired of it. Yeah, Ghost Eagle, I don't know whether it costs more to charge a car than it does to gas one. To what it costs, I don't know. If you can get the truth out of electric car drivers. It's like people I know that have huge RVs. They tell me they get, we get 15 to 17 miles a gallon. I know what they're telling me is BS. I know what they're telling me is BS, because I have experience with it. Hell, I have one. And I think I've told you before, my RV gets the best gas mileage when you're running over 67 miles an hour. And yeah, it gets 6 to 7 miles to the gallon. That's what it gets. Whether you're going uphill, downhill, or whether I'm pulling a tow car, it still gets the same gas mileage. It's unbelievable. Going on this next one, I don't know whether I'm going to stay with YouTube. I think I'm going to, because we're going to be talking about some things that they're not necessarily in the news, but it's out there. It's out there. And it's about Wisconsin and the election. And like I said, now I'm talking about stuff that is out there. You can go look it up. But there are supposedly 12 Democratic counties who has nursing homes in these counties that had 100% participation . 100% by everybody. That includes people that are not capable of voting. Now, I'm not saying this is going to change anything, But it's something we should know. It's something that should be corrected. And I don't give a shit if Facebook don't like that. It's the truth. And this video, if it's canceled or struck down, will be over at Rumble because we are simulcasting. That's what we're doing. So we'll see what happens as I go along here. Now, these districts, the Potato Head won by about 21,000. Won by about 21,000. That's the way I'm going to put it. Yeah. Well, lo and behold, the homes in those districts have 21,236 occupants. You see what I'm talking about? Now, there was money that was spread around, to these homes to staff members and executives. By a guy that we all know, that many people despise. Yeah, is what I'm saying here. And, you know, we can say it starts with a Z. Starts with a Z. And use your imagination. And I'll do a short podcast on Rumble tomorrow about this, where I'll go over it in more detail. But there's a former or retired Supreme Court justice, and I don't know which Supreme Court he was on. Maybe it may have been Wisconsin Supreme Court. Not sure. But he says something needs to be done. And it's up to the legislature. So you can also imagine what I'm talking about there. I'm talking about roundabout because I didn't end YouTube. I didn't end it. So I think you get my message here of what went on. And there are moves to do something about it. And like I said, I'll talk in more detail about this on Rumble tomorrow, probably tomorrow at some point. But I think you get what I'm talking about. Where else did this happen at? That's what I'm saying. So that's where we're at. It's an incredible thing, everybody. Our whole way of life, our whole system is under attack. We don't know we've got a lot of things to worry about. A lot of things aren't going right in our world. And we've got to make the right moves, not the wrong moves. And we've got to somehow correct the way our government works and functions, and how we elect people, and how we stay away from the traps that the two parties put out there. And right now, they own us. They own us. They got all the money. That's how we ended up with Greg Abbott again. That's how we end up with Beto again. Retreads. And the thing about it is, they're bad retreads. They're bad. They're ready to blow out at any moment. And they're bad for our country. They're bad for our state. They're bad for our cities. You know, I know bikers tune in here. They want to hear biker stuff. But let me tell you, this affects everybody. It really does. There's no way anybody gets away from this inflation and the things they're doing to us. Nobody gets away from it. And just like I said the other night, these jackbooted police that turn into thugs when the government calls against the people. We saw it in Canada. We saw it in Russia. We've seen it around the world again and again. And we see it in this country, where they're ignoring the Constitution and going after people and violating their constitutional rights. We see this crap every day. Every day. And I'm going to tell you right now, the good law enforcement out there are not going to interfere with the people's right to protest. They're not going to interfere with peaceful people that are honestly trying to do something that improves this country. Not trying to tear it down, trying to get a message across to people who will not listen is what I'm talking about. Getting the damn message across. And having our representatives honor us with common sense. Common sense. Don't go off half-cocked and don't collude with each other. Because that's what they've done over the years. They've colluded to enrich themselves, especially on the Democratic side. And yes, some on the Republican side. And it aggravates the hell out of me and should aggravate the hell out of you. So it's time to stand up, everybody. It really is. I wasn't going to come on until Sunday, but just too many things just got to eating at me. Especially when these Democrats are talking out of both sides of their mouths. Saying, yeah, we don't want to buy any more Russian oil, but let's buy it from some other despot. Let's buy it from Iran. Let's buy it from Venezuela. Let's buy it from whoever we can get it from. And meanwhile, destroying this country, our energy independence, and at the same time, destroying our economy. The new Green Deal can't be done in a hurry. It's just no way. No way it's going to happen without doing severe damage to the country. No way. And you're seeing it play out right now. Not only has it done damage to our country, it's done damage around the world. And yes, let's not forget Afghanistan and the failures and the people that are now in charge who haven't a clue about what they're doing. We're going to send Kamala Harris back over to Europe to shore things up, everybody. That really ought to really give you a good feeling. She's going to go over there and babble some more, is what she's going to do. She has no clue of what she's doing. Everything they've touched is a disaster, and it's going to continue. With that, everybody, This is Butch Popeye Moss, Texas Biker Radio, Sons of Liberty Riders MC. Want you to ride safe. Go take a look at our website, texasbikerradio.org. We are on Rumble there. All our Rumble podcasts are posted there in the blog section. And yeah, you might take a look at some of our support patches and also our medallion that we have. And, it's actually a coin, but you can make it into a cool medallion. That's what we did. With that, everybody, oh yeah, Yip Yahoo, you're right. Don't get it. We print dollars like it's going out of style. Let's print our own oil. How about that, everybody? How about that? The only way we come out of this is with a great economy. And it's not going to happen under this administration. Good night, everybody. Ride safe. Bye-bye.